Welcome to Fiction Addiction.
Because real life is overrated. Get your fix with fiction addiction.
Right. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the opening chapters of a fantasy novel that really grabs you, Thorns of the Eternal Rose. We're using excerpts from the book itself as our source material.
Yeah, and our mission really is to unpack what makes this book so compelling. We're talking the storyline, the characters, the imagery, why it's just such an immersive read.
Exactly. We want to show you why it's, well, a must-read.
Yeah.
Let's maybe start with that very first impression, that atmosphere.
Oh, absolutely. It hits you immediately. Remember that opening line? The air in the throne room hung heavy, steeped in a gloom that neither candlelight nor the brilliance of the gilded columns could dispel.
Straight away, you get this feeling. It's not just description, it's foreboding,
Yeah.
heavy.
Totally. It sets a specific tone, secrets, high stakes, it hooks you.
And that's what we'll explore, those elements. The story, how the characters grow, and like you said, the imagery. It feels almost cinematic. We'll look at the immediate impact these first chapters have and the questions they leave you with.
And it doesn't ease you in, does it? It just plunges you straight into this world of immediate danger, high stakes from page one.
No messing around.
Yeah.
And the characters, they're complex right away. Morally gray areas, complicated relationships. You start speculating almost immediately.
You get emotionally invested very quickly, and the writing style helps that, I think. It's very visual.
It is. It makes the fantastical elements feel, well, grounded, almost visceral. You feel like you're there.
Exactly. And even this early on, there are twists, surprises.
Yeah.
It signals right away this isn't going to be predictable.
Not a slow burn at all. More like a wildfire, as you said before we started.
Yeah. So let's dig into that prologue properly. The throne room scene. It's a masterclass in establishing atmosphere, isn't it? That weight, the prophecy hanging in the air.
That gloom you mentioned, the one nothing can quite lift. It tells you something dark is underpinning everything, despite the gold columns and whatnot.
And the shadows. They're almost characters themselves whispering secrets. It's incredibly evocative.
Big Queen Lysena walks in. Or, well, she's already there, presiding over this gloom.
And what an entrance. Even just in description, her icy serenity. Her beauty described as a weapon sharp and deliberate.
Ooh, I loved that line. It says so much without needing pages of backstory. Ruthless. Calculating.
And her eyes. Those emerald eyes that seem to see far beyond the walls, maybe seeing fate itself. You instantly know she's powerful, driven, maybe even cruel.
It's a striking introduction. Power through calculation, not charm. And then her conversation with Varen Morin really hammers that home.
Ah, Farron. He moves with a predator's grace, doesn't he? And that smile. The wicked curve. He feels dangerous from the moment he speaks.
Definitely. And their dialogue is just chilling. His question, what is the survival of a kingdom worth if not blood, if not pain?
It cuts right to the bone. Life versus power. And Lysena's response.
Even if it means shattering the lives of those I hold dear. Oof. That just lays it bare. The dark, sacrificial theme is right there. These aren't just political games. They have huge personal costs.
You immediately understand the stakes and the moral ambiguity. The foundation of this kingdom feels shaky, dark.
And Varen's imagery reinforces that. His cloak like a phantom's shroud, his smile cutting deeper than any blade. It feels so visual, like watching a movie scene unfold.
It really does. It sets up the antagonists and their philosophy so efficiently. Grand, unsettling, and then chapter 1 pivots completely.
Right, to a bride's farewell. Suddenly, those abstract stakes become very personal. We meet Anira.
Princess Anira, Lysena's daughter. And the contrast is immediate. Outwardly, she's this porcelain doll dressed in finery.
But inside, she sees herself as a lamb trussed up for slaughter. That internal monologue is heartbreaking.
Her eyes, those same emerald eyes as her mother, but hers are dulled by resignation. It shows her vulnerability, her lack of agency at this point. It sets up her whole journey, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It grounds the queen's ruthless decisions in human cost. You see who pays the price.
And Wynne, her maid, offers a small moment of light in that darkness.
Yeah, the confidant. Her bit of humor, calling it a sacrificial offering instead of slaughter. It's relatable, human.
It makes Anira's situation even more poignant, knowing she has someone who cares, amidst all the cold calculation.
Then Ashric arrives, or rather, he's introduced, and his description is different, understated, but impactful.
Plain armor, but he has this commanding presence, these broad shoulders. It's the eyes, though.
Sharp blue eyes, yeah. And that hint of pain, secrets, and a storm he had long since learned to weather. You're immediately curious.
There's a tension there, isn't there, between him and Anira? Subtle, unspoken, a connection maybe, or just shared understanding of the situation.
Leaves you wanting to know his story. And the setting helps build that mood too, the courtyard.
It feels uneasy. Thick with unease, the description says, as though even the bricks and mortar understood that this day marked an end.
That's great writing, using the setting to mirror the feeling. And Anira's gown, that silver wave against the cold stone as she walks down, visually powerful, her heading towards, well, towards what?
And Ashrik's posture coiled, like a predator ready to strike. It contrasts so sharply with the other guards, their stiff, polished arrogance.
He stands out.
Yes.
And that glance he gives Anira, pity, understanding. It's a tiny detail, but it tells you he's more than just a guard. He sees her.
Definitely. Then the carriage scene, plush velvet, but it feels suffocating.
A perfect symbol. Her gilded cage. Looks luxurious. Feels like a prison.
So all this setup in the first chapter, it builds layers fast, doesn't it? You connect with Anira, you're intrigued by Ashrik, you feel the weight of the situation.
You're invested. You care about what happens to them before the real action even kicks off. It's incredibly efficient storytelling.
And then the action really kicks off. Chapter 2, Into the Shadows. That fragile piece just shatters.
Ashrik's line, "We're not alone. You just know something bad is coming." And then, wham, the arrow hits. Chaos. Ambush.
It throws you right into it. No warning. And Varen reappears.
His entrance is almost supernatural, emerging as though he had always belonged to the shadows. That jagged smile again, his cloak like a phantom's shroud.
Chilling. But the real shocker, the moment that changes everything.
When he calls Ashrik brother.
Yes. Just floors you. It completely reframes Ashrik. Betrayal, hidden history. Suddenly, there's so much more going on.
That twist is brilliant. And right in the middle of this chaos, Anira changes.
She really does. Snaps out of that resigned state. The lamb fights back.
Instinctively grabs a dagger, stabs an attacker. The blood spray, her shock. It's visceral.
And Ashrik's reaction, sharp, urgent, almost reverent. He sees it too. Sees her potential, maybe, and becomes even more protective.
It's a huge turning point for her. Finding a strength she didn't know she had. Pure survival instinct kicking in.
Their escape into the forest. The mood shifts again. Oppressive. The trees whispered. It feels alive, but not in a good way.
Reinforces their isolation, the danger everywhere. And Ashrik's determination, they won't catch us. Grim. Focused.
The Wraith encounter, that thing is terrifying. Just ethereal horror, the scream.
And it just dissolves. Leaves you feeling completely disoriented. Ashrik gets injured too, doesn't he?
Yeah, a gash on his chest, but he just pushes on. Anira tends to him, the makeshift bandage. It's a small moment, but it builds that connection.
She starts seeing him differently, gruff and infuriating. "But you saved me. Twice now." Trust is building.
And his reply is so revealing. That hint of vulnerability, because I've made enough mistakes to know when it's time to make things right. It grounds him, makes him more human.
Their bond is definitely becoming more than just guard and princess. It's forged in this shared danger, mutual reliance.
Mm-hmm. And then the rose is introduced, the artifact. Anira feels it choose her, this invisible weight.
Right. The central magical element appears. Her destiny is tied to this thing. It sets up the whole magical plot line.
So how does this rapid-fire sequence, the ambush, Varen's reveal, Anira's action, the wraith, the rose, create such a page-turning experience?
It's the pacing, I think. It's relentless. Each event escalates the stakes.
Yeah, it never lets up. The betrayal, Anira finding her power, the constant threat. It's a whirlwind. You can't look away.
And the surprises keep coming. That brother reveal especially. It keeps you guessing, keeps you engaged. You have to know what happens next.
Exactly. And just when you need a breather, Chapter 3 offers one, sort of. The way station.
A crumbling ruin.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
exactly cozy, is it? It has this ominous aura, but it's safer than the forest, apparently.
Those strange markings on the walls, the ones that seem to shift and writhe, it tells you safety is temporary, precarious, unsettling sanctuary.
It introduces more mystery, too. Ancient magic, like the doorway Ashrik interacts with.
Oh, yeah, the faint shimmer, the sense it's breathing. It's not just a ruin, it's a place with its own power, a living threshold.
And we get some character moments here, too. A bit of banter between Anira and Ashrik.
Right. Her asking if he's plotting her demise, trying to decide if he's worth the effort. It shows her personality developing, their dynamic shifting, adds realism.
Makes them feel like real people, not just characters surviving. And then Kale shows up.
Kale, the small and wiry newcomer, pale and streaked with dirt, brings a totally different energy.
Definitely needed. That dose of sarcasm. You two are really winning the optimism award tonight. It cuts the tension perfectly.
Provides comic relief, yeah. But also a different perspective. Cynical, cautious, a good foil to Anira and Ashrik.
And Ashrik's reaction to Kale is telling, too. That guarded trust. You can stay for now.
His whole philosophy. Trust gets you killed. Cynicism keeps you alive. You feel the weight of his past experiences in that line. He's learned that the hard way.
So these quieter moments, the banter, Kale's arrival, they're crucial, aren't they? They let you connect with the characters more deeply.
Absolutely. Gives you a chance to breathe before the next wave hits. It makes the high-intensity moments even more impactful because you care more. Strategic pacing.
And the next wave isn't far behind. Chapter 4, The Fracture Threshold. The way station isn't safe for long.
Nope. That low, resonant vibration, the cracks appearing in the magical symbols, the sanctuary is failing.
But the Wraith is back.
Yeah.
Slamming against the threshold. Terrifying.
This is where Anira really has to step up with the Rose, isn't it? Ashrik is desperate. The Rose use it.
And she's still like, I don't know how. But she does it. Instinct takes over again. Destroys the Wraith.
It's a massive step for her. Consciously using the power, owning it almost, confirming her connection to the Rose.
The aftermath is quiet but heavy. That weight of what had happened. But Ashrik believes in her. You can, and you will. It's a powerful affirmation.
Solidifies their bond even more. But the quiet never lasts in this book. A sharp crack, another intrusion. Sanctuaries are fragile.
And who else but Varen? Back again, cutting smile. Menace radiating off him.
The confrontation with Ashrik is intense. Ashrik shielding Anira, you'll have to go through me. Pure protective instinct.
And Viren's threat to Anira. It's so personal. We'll meet again, little princess. And next time, you won't have your knight to protect you. Sets up future danger just for her.
But Anira's changing fast. She doesn't just cower. Her reply, don't count on it.
Yes, that defiance, that spark. The lamb is definitely gone now.
And then the Shadowborn attack in force. Organized, overwhelming numbers, Anira fights alongside Ashrik.
I'm not just some helpless skull you can push aside. She declares her agency right there. It's fantastic character growth.
It really shows how the stakes keep escalating. External threats, internal growth. It keeps you glued to the page. And the escape, deeper into the shadows. Ashrik saying they don't have a choice. Relentless.
Always moving, always hunted.
Yeah.
Chapter 5, A Fragile Light, gives them a tiny moment of peace, though.
Deceptive peace. That crisp morning, sunlight, dew. Anira finally takes a real breath. It feels earned.
But Ashrik, ever the realist, bursts the bubble. Enjoy it while you can. It won't last.
Their little philosophical debate there is great. Anira wanting moments to remember why they fight, not just survive. Ashrik focused on the grim reality. Adds depth to them both.
Then the forest becomes creepy again. That feeling of being watched. Too quiet. Suspense building slowly.
Ashrik confirms it. We are being watched. The threat isn't just ambushes, it's constant. Pervasive, makes the whole world feel hostile.
And it's a new threat this time. Not the Shadowborn. Not yet. Something else is following them. More unknowns.
Then the injured man stumbles in. They're coming! Panic! Ashrik's immediate suspicion. We don't trust anyone.
And Kale's classic cynicism cuts in again. Adds that touch as dark humor.
The Shadowborn do attack, forcing Anira to use the Rose again. But then Ashrik does something unexpected.
Carries the injured man. Even with Kale complaining about another stray.
It's a quiet moment of compassion. Shows his hidden depths again. He's not just a cold warrior. There's empathy there.
That small act says so much. And the chapter ends with that feeling again, constantly hunted, the worst still to come. The setting reflecting their state of mind.
Okay, skipping chapter 6, which builds more tension, we jumped to chapter 7, The Screaming Light. And whoa, this is a sensory overload.
Totally disorienting. That transition from forest shadows to seary white light. Blinding. And the sound, that discordant wail, piercing your mind.
The world itself changes, becomes smooth and glassy, feels like another dimension, almost alien.
And the spire. That massive spire of dark stone with glowing red veins pulsing in time with the wail. It's a huge, unsettling image. Ancient power source. Something else.
Something formidable. And then the figure emerges from it.
Oh, yeah. Dark, writhing tendrils. The figure itself wreathes in shadow and light, crimson eyes burning. This is a major new player.
And its voice. You have awakened the path, but the cost has only begun. Chills. It links Anira's journey, the Rose, to something much bigger, much more ominous.
And Anira, she steps forward. Guided by the Rose, yes, but she chooses to face it, despite Kale begging her not to.
Her resolve firm. It's another huge step. Accepting her role, her destiny, even when it's terrifying. No longer a pawn.
The figure's message is so cryptic, too. I speak only what you need to hear. The path is yours. The choices are yours. But then the warning. The shadows will follow you now.
No escape. Progress comes with a price. And then the first big creature battle, against things that are massive, obsidian-like, and silver-eyed.
And the worst part, they didn't bleed. They didn't die. How do you fight that?
Anira has to figure it out. She realizes they have a core flickering she needs to target. It's not just brute force, it's about understanding the enemy, using her power intelligently.
The imagery in this whole chapter is just stunning. Overwhelming. You feel the characters' fear and confusion right there with them. So cinematic.
Then Chapter 8, the Crimson Maw, they go deeper into a cavern that feels like a throat swallowing them whole, air thick with iron and decay, claustrophobic.
That crimson light pulsing from the walls, it's visceral, oppressive. And the hum.
A second heartbeat, pulling Anira deeper, the rose guiding her, connecting her to this place.
And at the center, that structure. Jagged and unnatural, like black glass wrapped in pulsing crimson veins. The source of the hum.
The figure emerges again, cloaked in darkness, and it knows her. Bearer of the rose, you have come! Like it was expecting her. Destiny again.
Ashrik immediately steps up. Protective. You stand in my way, and that is a mistake. But the figure just seems amused. Highlights the power imbalance.
Chaos erupts, Shadowborn swarm Ashrik, and Anira realizes the rose isn't just a weapon, it's a key. It needs something more from her.
And she makes the choice. Charges forward. Despite Ashrik yelling at her not to, she knows she has to.
And Ashrik's loyalty shines through. Then I'm not letting you go alone. His fierce, yes I do, when she questions it, their bond is unbreakable.
The climax is intense. Anira touching the spire, the rose burning hot, the structure feeling alive like skin, the whole cavern shakes.
The figure taunts her, the rose will consume you. But Anira's response, then let it try. Wow, pure defiance, inner strength.
And then, blinding light, falling, the cavern dissolving. It's pure chaos. You're pulled right into their disorientation. Breathtaking stuff.
Which brings us to the devastating Chapter 9. The echo of shadows, the aftermath. A new chamber, strange, shifting shadows and light rippling ground. Alien.
Ashrik is there, though, her anchor. Still protective, even in this weird place.
But the masked figure returns, and its words are chilling. Your journey ends here. The shadows will claim you. Then the shadows surge.
And this is the moment. The sacrifice. Ashrik moves instantly, takes the hit meant for Anira.
The description is brutal. Shadows digging in, coiling around him, and Anira's scream, no, 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 gut-wrenching.
He vanishes into the darkness, silence, just emptiness. And Kale's terrified whisper, he's alive, adds this disturbing twist. Alive where? How?
The figure's silence feels heavy. The darkness had accepted its sacrifice. The bargain had been made. So ominous. What bargain?
This changes everything for Anira. Her grief turns into rage, pure determination. It would pay for this. The whole damn thing would pay.
Her motivation shifts completely. It's personal now. Revenge. Rescue. And that faint whisper, not dead, not gone, not yet. It's a tiny thread of hope, but it fuels her new mission. Leaves the reader reeling, but desperate to know what happens.
Okay, Chapter 10 deals with the immediate fallout. In Chapter 11, the abyss unleashed. The environment is horrifying, like the ribcage of something long dead, slick, moving.
And the new shadow creatures, no face, just a gaping maw of jagged nothingness. And again, they don't bleed, they don't die, seemingly invincible.
But Anira doesn't care. She has one goal. Get Ashrik back. She just had to carve through the darkness first. Grief and love fuel her now.
Then she feels him. A presence, faint, distant, but there. That connection across the void. It's powerful. He's not gone, I know it. Her belief is absolute.
And then he appears. Ashrik. But changed. Unsteady, flickering, shadows clinging to him. His eyes are haunted, but they're his.
It's an incredible visual. Someone pulled back from the absolute brink. Altered, scarred, but fundamentally himself.
Anura's fight to reach him is primal. Pure instinct. Slashing through everything just to get to him.
And when she pulls him back, the void snapped. The shadows recoil. It's such a hard-won, intense victory. He collapses into her arms.
That moment afterwards, it's so raw. His rasping, "You owe me for that." Her broken laugh, relief mixed with trauma.
His admission, "You scared me too," more than anything else ever has. And her plea, "I can't do this without you. I won't." His promise, "Then you won't have to, not ever." It seals their bond completely, earned through fire and shadow.
That chapter is an emotional roller coaster. Action, suspense, and just incredibly raw character moments sticks with you.
Definitely. Which leads to the final chapter of this section 12, The Weight of Survival. The aftermath again. The cavern is silent but charged, waiting. Exhaustion hangs heavy.
We see Ashric recovering. Pale, drawn, but those faint black lines etched beneath his skin, a permanent mark from the void. And his typical, I'm fine, even though he's clearly not.
Kale's back to being Kale, mumbling, plotting, breaking the intense emotional mood with a bit of cynical humor about them being tragic, keeps the dynamic grounded.
But the dynamic between Anira and Ashric has changed. That unspoken intimacy, shared trauma, shared rescue. It's created this silence made of something else, something undeniable, beautifully written.
There's a moment of fragile hope. They survived. Something inside her felt light, a brief respite.
But reality bites back fast. The battle was over. The war had just begun. Sets the stage for what's next. And Anira's resolve is harder than ever. Furious. She was going to find what had taken him, and she was going to end it, no matter the cost.
It's a powerful end to this opening arc, leaves you desperate for the next book. So let's sum up. Why is Thorns of the Eternal Rose a must-read based on just these chapters?
Okay, first the characters. Their depth, their evolution, it's phenomenal. Anira's transformation is incredible to witness.
From passive princess to defiant warrior, yeah. And Ashric's stoic protector revealing layers of vulnerability, capable of immense sacrifice. Even Varen is compellingly evil. Kale adds necessary balance. The relationships feel real.
Second, the imagery. We've talked about it a lot, but it's just so vivid. The gloomy throne room, Lysena's weaponized beauty, Varen's phantom cloak, Ashric like a storm.
The whispering forest, the spire like a wound, the crimson veins in the stone, the ribcage cavern. It puts pictures right in your head. You feel immersed, like you're watching it unfold.
That immersion factor is huge. Third, the pacing and twists. Just does not let up. Relentless action, but punctuated by these shocking reveals.
The brother twist, the nature of the rose, Ashric's death and return. It keeps you constantly off balance, guessing, completely hooked. You need to know what's next.
And finally, the emotional core. It hits hard. Themes of sacrifice, duty, loss, finding strength in connection.
It resonates deeply, especially those later chapters. You feel the characters' pain, their hope, their fury. It creates a powerful connection.
So yeah, Thorns of the Eternal Rose. Based on these opening chapters, absolutely captivating, intricate plot, deep characters, stunning imagery, emotional weight. It sets up an epic journey.
We really can't recommend it enough. If you want to experience this world, this story, you should definitely pick it up. And the author, Everett Vale, includes a personal note, which is a nice touch, connecting writer and reader.
You can grab Thorns of the Eternal Rose on Kindle or check the website of your favorite major book retailer. It's also available directly from the author's website, which is books.by-freeman-vale. That's books.by/freemanvale. Go check it out.
Definitely worth your time. And it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? As Anira and Ashric face this ongoing war, what does it mean to carry a light that attracts the darkest shadows?
And what will survival ultimately cost them? A thought to ponder. Thanks for joining us on Fiction Addiction.
Until next time.